You are Locked On Hoosiers, your daily podcast on the Indiana Hoosiers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Mike's muted. Oh, let's try this again. Yes, Locked On Hoosiers, welcome in. We're going live. We're going hot. Indiana, UCLA, happening as we speak. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to get on here, start talking basketball as Indiana and UCLA currently happening. I've got it pulled up. Obviously not at my house if you are watching here on YouTube. No power at the house, so we're at the office, and the game is still going on in double overtime. Is this the biggest, most insane game we've seen so far this year in Big Ten basketball? It's shaping up to be that way. Double overtime. I'm watching it right now as we speak. You may be ahead. You may be behind me. That's okay. I had to hop on here and talk about this. So thank you so much for being here on this edition of Locked On Hoosiers, live edition on YouTube. And for those of you listening back afterwards as well, as I see it, Indiana 87, UCLA 86, over 3 minutes to play in double overtime. This thing is crazy. I mean, just totally whack. Hopefully internet can hold up here at the office. Again, it's a little scuffed, but that's okay. With power outages going on in my area, kind of wild stuff. But Indiana and UCLA, double overtime. Here's what's unfortunate, right? As we watch UCLA shoot some free throws, the Hoosiers played good enough to win this game in regulation. All right, you played good enough to win in regulation, and yet here we are in double overtime on the road and a decent chance to lose this thing because you couldn't defend without fouling, you couldn't take care of the basketball, and you couldn't put this UCLA team away. And as I'm watching it, again, just a little over 3 minutes to play in Los Angeles, Hoosiers trailing by 1, all right, in the offensive end of the floor. And goodness, man, this one is going to be heartbreaking if Indiana loses it. If the Hoosiers come up short here, this will be a heartbreaking loss. Indiana, under 3 minutes, got to have a bucket. Lamar Wilkerson, dude. Lamar Wilkerson gets another 2-point basket. 3 or 4 of them in the last several minutes. Indiana is back up by a point. And here's the problem. You're playing without 3 of your guys on the floor, right? You have Connor Enright, who fouled out, Josiah Miles, who fouled out as UCLA takes the lead right back, and then Reed Bailey has fouled out as well. Indiana played good enough to win this game, and now you're having to scratch, fight, and claw in double overtime against a good UCLA team. But Indiana has shown they're a good team today, too. That's what I am encouraged by, other than not being able to close this game out, as Indiana is looks like looks like Trent Sisley just got fouled with just over 2 minutes to play. So Indiana, again, trying to come back and win this thing at double overtime against UCLA. My goodness. I mean, just crazy stuff here in this game. And again, hopefully you can bear with me on internet and things, as we're not at the home setup. Definitely struggling on that end, but had to go live and talk about this. So Indiana again and UCLA in just a dogfight, as Hoosiers down by 1 as I see it right now. My goodness, what a crazy game. Craziest one we've seen in the Big Ten, I think, so far this season. As Sisley looks like he split a pair. So Indiana, UCLA now tied as we approach 2 minutes to play in Los Angeles. If you win this game, you get your second quad 1 win of the season if you're IU. If you lose it, then you got to find a way to bounce back against USC on Tuesday, right in the midweek in your week-long trip out to Los Angeles. So can Indiana get a stop on the defensive end of the floor? They got it. Couldn't grab the rebound, jump ball. They say it is UCLA basketball, as Indiana, oh goodness, man. Oh, you're just trying to get out of here with a win. You're just trying to get this win no matter how you can do it. Oh, you were up by 10. You were up by 10 late in this game, and you found a way to, I don't want to say you blew it. Okay. I'm not going to go that far yet, but you allowed UCLA to come back into this thing. You had the basketball up by 2 with under a minute to play. They fouled Reed Bailey. All right, on the advancement of the basketball, they fouled Reed Bailey, who was 9 for 9 at the time at the free throw line, playing his best game of the year for Indiana. He splits them. UCLA's down by 3 with 8 seconds to go. They advance the basketball, and dude hits a deep straightaway 3 with a second to go to force the first overtime. The first overtime was just a cluster, and now here we are in double overtime. Looks like the game is stopped for now. They're at the scores table, under 2 to play, tie game between Hoosiers and Bruins. Again, we're here live talking about it on Locked On Hoosiers. We will do likes and dislikes, but I mean, this game, man, this game is so stressful. And it would mean so much for this Hoosiers team to win. Are they reviewing a block or a foul? Is that what they're reviewing? I'm trying to look at this. A minute 48 double overtime game paused at 90 apiece. Again, several Hoosiers out of this one because of foul trouble. Looking at a quick box score update while we can. Again, you may be ahead. I may be ahead. You may be behind. I may be behind as we watch this thing together. But, God, we're going to have to highlight Reed Bailey, Nick Dorn, who is unstoppable right now. Lamar Wilkerson, his shooting numbers are not good, but he has come through when you've needed him. UCLA's got possession. That's going in. UCLA. Perry buries a 3 in the corner. Hoosiers down by 3 with a minute and a half to play. Oh, no. Indiana's had a response every time. Thankfully, Indiana has had a response every time. Perry has 25 points. Oh, my goodness. Lamar to respond. Can't get it to fall. Indiana has fought on the boards all day long. I think they're losing the rebounding battle right now, but they have fought all game long. They are. The overtime periods have hurt Indiana in rebounding as you're down 44-37 on the boards. Oh, Indiana's going in the wrong direction, man. This game has completely turned on its head for Indiana. Let's check in again. As appeared to be a foul, so that'll put Indiana at the free throw line with Sam Alexis able to get the first. Here's the problem, though. Even if you make both, you're still down by 1 with UCLA having the basketball. And you're relying on, who is it? Lamar Wilkerson's out there. Nick Dorn's out there. Trent Sisley, the freshman, playing big minutes. How about Sam Alexis going 2 for 2 at the line? Tucker DeVries is out there as well. Free throws have been, my goodness. Free throws are stupid. UCLA calls timeout. So 28 of 32 at the line for UCLA. 27 of 32 at the line for Indiana. That is wild, man. Here, let's check the box score really quickly here. Again, as we're doing a live reaction to what's going on at double overtime, game of the year in the Big Ten between UCLA and Indiana. Hoosiers have shot 42% for the game. UCLA has shot 40%. UCLA 33 from behind the arc. Indiana 32. Both teams shooting at above 80% at the free throw line, as we told you. Indiana, 11 turnovers. UCLA, 10. Oh, you're getting killed in the rebounds now. 44-37. Second chance points, you're getting beat by 10. Bench points is a big deal, but that's because of Reed Bailey, who's given you 24 today. Game of the year for him. Fast break is even. Blocks are even. Assists, that's the story for Indiana right now, too. 22 assists on 27 made shots. That's insane. That's how Darren DeVries operates, man. Those are how his offenses roll in his coaching career. So again, as I'm watching it, could be ahead, could be behind. UCLA has the basketball. They have the lead, and we got about 70 seconds to go. Indiana needs a stop, a bucket, and a stop. That's what you got to get here as they give up an open 3. UCLA unable to make it, and then there's a foul on the rebound. Indiana has free throws to tie or take the lead on the other end. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This game is awesome. This game is incredible. No matter who wins or who loses. Oh my goodness. You've got, 3 different Indiana players with 20 plus, 2 different UCLA players with 20 plus. Bilodeau had 18 before he fouled out. My goodness. This is insane, man. This is insane. Tucker DeVries, a guy who shoots over 80% at the free throw line, is who you have for Indiana. 60 seconds on the clock. I go back to the idea that Indiana has played much better on the road than I thought they would. The end of regulation was a terrible, abysmal performance. Overtime was disgusting by both teams. A double overtime has been a lot of fun. How about Tucker DeVries steps up and hits both free throws? Oh, Indiana did it again. They fouled again. That's all they've done is foul. That's why we're here an hour after the game should have been over. Indiana can't defend without fouling. Oh, this is horrible. This is terrible. Oh, my goodness. This is so bad. Again, we're dealing with not the best of internet right now, right? We're at the office because power outages in our area. So hopefully you can still hear. Hopefully you can still see. Trying to do the best that we can and bring you coverage of game of the year in the Big Ten. Again, internet is not our friend, not on our side at the moment, but hopefully everything can kind of looks like it fixed itself there. There we go. Not at the home setup, trying to get everything fixed. Lamar Wilkerson does it again. Lamar Wilkerson hits a big shot. Hoosiers back up by 1 with 40 seconds to play. UCLA has a timeout. Indiana has 2 timeouts. UCLA cannot hit the shot. Indiana pulls down the board, and we're going to the line. Oh, after all this, can Indiana hit free throws and close out this game of the year? Can they do it? I don't know. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is incredible. And what's unfortunate, I think they said it on the broadcast. It's an obvious statement, but it's like, man, the team that loses this game, you feel terrible. You feel horrible as the loser of a contest like this for how you have fought and performed. How about Sam Alexis? How about this guy stepping up, hitting some big free throws down the stretch as I see it? Indiana up by 2 with another one coming from your big man, Sam Alexis. This would be such an emotional win for Indiana if you could pull this off. Would be your 3rd in a row. Alexis splits the free throws. Can you get a stop without fouling if you're Indiana? That's what it comes down to. You need a stop and no foul. Stop and no foul, you win. If you're Indiana, can they do it? I got it under 20 seconds at double overtime. Hoosiers need a stop without a foul. Can't get it. UCLA ties it up again. Here come the Hoosiers. I'm watching it. 10 seconds for Indiana. Tie game at 97 apiece. Can Indiana get a bucket to the freshman Trent Sisley? No. Ball is out of bounds off of a Bruin. Oh my gosh. Indiana has the basketball with 1.5. I'm not looking at the comments right now because there's a good chance somebody is ahead of me. There's a good chance you're ahead of me right now, and I'm not going to give in to that. Indiana has a shot at the win. Oh, now we're going to go review it. They're going to go review this for 18 minutes on who touched this basketball last, huh? That's exactly how this is going to go down. Oh, my gosh. I'm not looking at the comments. I'm not doing it. I can't. Game of the year in the Big Ten. How about game of the year in college basketball? It's unbelievable. It's incredible. 97-97. A team is flirting with triple digits. It took an extra 10 minutes to get there, right? In a game that offenses were good, defenses were good, ball handlers were good. Indiana's post defense was not great. I know there's been a few blocks for Indiana's bigs tonight, but they've given up way too many open looks. I'm not going to lie to you folks. On that review angle, that looks like it's out on Trent Sisley. That looks like it's out on the right hand of Trent Sisley. Oh, no. I'm looking at another angle right here. The back angle, the underneath the basket angle doesn't really help us a whole lot. But the back angle looking down on the play Looks like it's off of Trent Sisley, but I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's the case or not. Oh, man. This review is going to take forever, isn't it? This review is going to take forever. Again, trying to find the best spot for a laptop on work Wi-Fi, man. This is not remind me never to do this again. This is not the way to go, but we're doing what we got to do. Power outages at the house. More review coming up on this out of bounds play underneath. Again, apologies for any buffering or any craziness there. Internet is not my friend. Technology today has not been my friend at all, just for folks that want some insight on that. But power outages going on, so trying to do this from our radio station and not going well. All right, they're still reviewing the out of bounds play. Still reviewing because UCLA challenged it on who it's out of. They called it out on UCLA. All right, they called this out on UCLA. I have still 1.5 on the clock, 97 apiece. All three officials still standing at the scores table trying to review this. If it's Indiana's basketball, what's the play, right? Should be a baseline left, right? Should be a baseline left for the Hoosiers. If it's your basketball, this has to be a play drawn up for Lamar Wilkerson, but then UCLA should plan for that. Maybe you can find a backdoor roller to the rim, like a Sam Alexis or a Trent Sisley. Maybe it's an open shot for Tucker DeVries, right? Those are the guys you have on the floor right now. Maybe it's Nick Dorm. He's had the hottest hand so far this evening. Maybe you give it to him. I don't know. I think there's several options there for Indiana. So, again, appreciate you being with us on this live edition of Locked On Hoosiers. As soon as the game is over, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have a quick likes and dislikes segment and wrap up the show. They're just now making the announcement. I think they said Indiana ball. Did they say Indiana basketball? What did he say? They did. Indiana basketball. Here we go. It'll be Tucker DeVries to inbound baseline left. He's on the floor with Sam Alexis, Lamar Wilkerson, Trent Sisley, Nick Dorn. 1.5. Can Indiana do it? Can Indiana win the game? Backdoor cut for Sisley. Was he fouled? He was. Holy smokes. The freshman was fouled with 0.3 seconds on the clock, and he will step up with free throws to win the game for Indiana on the road. There it is. They flexed out Lamar Wilkerson. 2 Bruins went with him. Backdoor cut for Trent Sisley. As Donovan Dent fouls out of the game for UCLA, 0.3 on the clock. And the freshman for Indiana has free throws to win it. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? How about the Indy? Got to hit them. Got to hit at least one. Hit at least one, take the lead, and get out of there. And go back to the hotel and prepare for USC. Here's the problem. Trent Sisley's a 55% free throw shooter on the season. Oh, my goodness. 2 for 4 tonight. I'm not looking at comments. Somebody's probably ahead of me. 97 apiece. 0.3 to play. Double overtime at UCLA. First free throw. Got it. Holy smokes. Indiana, barring just the craziest miracle finish I've ever seen in my life. Here's the second free throw. Sisley in and out. Rebound UCLA. Tossed it. No good. Holy smokes. Indiana, they made it hard. They made it stressful. They added 10 extra minutes to the game they didn't need, but they get it done in double overtime. 98-97 on the road at UCLA. Holy smokes. Game of the year in college basketball. Indiana takes down UCLA. Tell you what, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about this thing. Hoosiers take down UCLA 98-97. More on this live edition of Locked On Hoosiers right after this. All right, this live edition of Locked On Hoosiers is brought to you by FanDuel, okay? If you bet on Indiana today, you won today. It was not easy, but you did. You got it done. You won, right? And for right now, it's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance to get in on the action before the NFL season officially comes to a close. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're right in the middle of it with a special offer just in time for the biggest game of the year. So if you have a team, if you have a player, if you have an idea on who you think is going to win, you can get involved with FanDuel. And if you're a new customer, you can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So make it count, because after the Super Bowl, the season is over. Visit FanDuel.com right now to get started. This live edition of Locked On Hoosiers also brought to you by Mazda, and they're moving the game forward. Pick a player for Indiana. Which one do you want to highlight today? Which one do you want to say was the reason Indiana won the game? Is it Trent Sisley hitting the free throw at the end? Was it Lamar Wilkerson's 24, Nick Dorn's 26, Reed Bailey's 24? They all moved the game forward, okay? And for Mazda, they want to show that there's more to the score than what's on the screen. It's those moments and those plays that remind us what it really takes to raise the bar. It's the extra work off the court, dialing in every detail, giving it that extra fire, that grit, and the I never quit. We put that same passion into every model at Mazda. Highlights make the reel. What it took to get there makes it count. There's more to a Mazda because there's more to you. All right, welcome back into this live edition of Locked On Hoosiers. Appreciate you being here. Again, if you haven't noticed, if you're just now tuning in, not at the home setup, we're at the office, got power outages all over the place. And so trying to do a live show the best we can. So apologies if there is any bumps and buffering and lagging and things like that. We're on a laptop at the office on their Wi-Fi. So not really the best route to go, but I had to talk about this. Indiana takes down UCLA 98-97 on the road and double overtime. Unbelievable, man. Indiana played good enough to win. That's what I talked about when I hopped on here in double overtime. I said Indiana has played good enough to win this game. They just had to find a way to do it, and they did. They did. I don't care. I don't care that it took 10 extra minutes. I don't care you had to score almost 100 points to do it. You got to win on the road in the Big Ten against a quality UCLA team. That's your second quad one win of the season. Indiana needed that today. You build on what you've been doing over the past week or so. You beat Rutgers. You beat Purdue. And now you beat UCLA. 3 wins in a row for a team that had lost 4 straight. Talk about a bounce back. Talk about a response. Talk about fixing some of your issues. Indiana has done that as of late. And they are playing right now like a tournament team. Indiana is playing like an NCAA tournament team. I don't know what the latest bracketology says after this weekend, but they are just so much fun to watch, man. They're stressful, no doubt, but they get it done on the road at UCLA. Final box scores here. Again, we're gonna do this last segment and then get out of here. Final box score for Indiana UCLA. Hoosiers get 24 points from Lamar Wilkerson, 26 points from Nick Dorn, and 24 points from Reed Bailey. Likes and dislikes. Let's jump in here as we go through box score. Like for me, Reed Bailey. It's about damn time for Reed Bailey to step up and make an impact on this team. And my goodness, did he ever. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. I know he fouled out. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm a huge supporter of, in basketball, if you go to overtime, you should get an extra foul. I've been on that forever. You had 2 Bruins foul out, 3 Hoosiers foul out. You should get an extra foul. If you play extra time, you should get an extra foul. But regardless, Reed Bailey played the game of his life today. 6 of 7 from the floor, 12 of 13 from the free throw line. And he had the best game of the year for him anyway. And you needed it big time from him. Nick Dorn continues to be unstoppable. Another big like for me. I don't love him shooting the basketball 18 times. 15 of those came from behind the arc. That's insane. But he grabbed you 7 rebounds today and played more minutes than anybody on the Indiana team at 48 minutes. Lamar got his. I hate that he shoots it so much, but when he scores 24 points, it is what it is. He also grabbed you 8 rebounds today. That's a big deal. Sam Alexis played big minutes down the stretch. I liked that. Trent Sisley, you didn't get much from him, but you got what you needed. He hits the game-winning free throw. Connor Enright defended his you-know-what off. That was fantastic on several guys like Dent and Perry. Love seeing that. And the idea that Indiana makes 28 shots from the floor and 22 of them came off a pass from a teammate. 22 assists on 28 made field goals. That's incredible. It's almost like crazy idea. It's almost like this Indiana team is better when they share the basketball, when they move without the basketball, when they pass up an okay shot for a better shot, and they pass up a better shot for a great shot. That is what you need. And that's how Indiana won this game today. Somebody says, I like DeVries getting 10 rebounds. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Tucker only gives you 9 points. He shot it horrifically today, but gives you 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and only 2 turnovers. Indiana had 11 turnovers in 50 minutes of basketball. That's really good. For this team in particular, that's really good. But you're absolutely right. I love Tucker DeVries making an impact without scoring the basketball. 98-97, Indiana beats UCLA, double overtime on the road, and Indiana starting to feel it, man. These types of wins, beating your rival at home is one thing. That's a huge deal, and that was awesome, okay? Going on the road and beating a good team like this in double overtime in dramatic fashion, you will get more from this game than you will that Purdue game. Call me crazy. You will learn more about yourself, build more off of this, and have a tighter bond because of this win more than the Purdue win. And I'm not trying to say one's better than the other or say that one doesn't mean as much. I'm saying this was important for Indiana because now you have USC on Tuesday, Wisconsin at home, Oregon at home. You can win those games. You play like you did today, you can win those basketball games and really starting to get on a win streak coming into the most important stretch of the season. I think defense was good, offense was good, communication was good, attitude was good, coaching was good, and Indiana takes down UCLA 98-97 on the road. This right here, and we'll end with this. I think this has finally found their heart and grit. Talking about this Indiana team, great road win. That team responded well today to each other, to adversity, to hard coaching. All of those things are true. All of those things are true. This is also true. I want to put this up here too. Let's remember that all these guys didn't play together last year. Now they are starting to get in some chemistry. It's exactly right. It's exactly right. Indiana plays great basketball today. Perfect? Not by any means. But you won this game by shooting the ball well, by rebounding, and by playing together. And yeah, think about this. Tatum Conaway still didn't play today. He didn't even dress out today. That's why Nick Dorn's getting so many minutes, but he stepped up in a big way. I think Indiana is starting to build something and feel it a little bit. And they've got more games coming up. So we're going to wrap it up there. This has been a lot of fun, man. Indiana beats UCLA 98-97. Game of the year in college basketball. Double overtime. Hoosiers come out on top. And now you prepare for USC coming up in the midweek. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on your audio podcasting platform so you never miss new episodes of Locked On Hoosiers. We will have a full show coming up on Monday. Okay, Hoosier fans, thank you for being here. This was fun, and we'll do it again after USC. So until next time, Hoosier fans, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later.